Common misunderstandings of construction liens. The legal framework surrounding construction liens is designed to provide security for those providing labor and materials to a project, yet it remains one of the most frequently misunderstood areas of construction law. These statutory rights create a complex intersection between contract law and real property interests, often leading to procedural errors that can invalidate a claim. Misinterpretations regarding the types of land subject to a lien, the strict timelines for registration, and the nature of the holdback fund often result in significant financial loss for contractors and owners alike. A clear understanding of these mechanics is essential for maintaining the priority of a claim and ensuring the flow of payments throughout the construction pyramid. One frequent misunderstanding is the belief that a lien can be validly registered against any type of property regardless of its ownership status. While liens are designed to provide security for those who provide work or materials, certain lands held by the Crown or used for specific public purposes are often exempt from such encumbrances. In these instances, the claimant cannot attach a charge to the certificate of title itself, as the land is shielded by sovereign immunity or specific legislative exclusions. Instead, the claimant's recourse is typically limited to a claim against a payment bond or a specific holdback fund. Understanding the nature of the registered owner is a fundamental step that is often overlooked until the registration is rejected or challenged in court. Another significant misconception is that the right to file a lien exists indefinitely as long as the debt remains unpaid. In reality, the right to register is strictly governed by a rigid window that begins to run from the date of last performance or the completion of the contract. Once the statutory time period has elapsed, the right to lien the property is permanently extinguished, regardless of the merit of the underlying financial claim. Claimants who wait too long to seek legal remedies find that they have lost their most powerful leverage for securing payment. This loss of lien rights does not cancel the debt itself, but it removes the ability to use the real estate as collateral for that debt. A third area of confusion involves the calculation of the holdback amount and the belief that an owner must pay the full contract price to a general contractor to satisfy their obligations. Owners are actually required by law to retain a specific percentage of the value of the work actually done or materials actually furnished. This fund is intended to protect subcontractors and laborers who may not have a direct contractual relationship with the owner. If an owner fails to maintain this mandatory percentage and instead pays out the entire contract sum, they may be held liable to pay those funds a second time to valid lien claimants. The holdback acts as a ceiling on the owner's liability, provided they follow the retention rules strictly. Many individuals also wrongly assume that a lien can be filed for any type of cost associated with a project, including lost profits or delay damages. Lien rights are generally restricted to the value of the physical work performed and the materials actually incorporated into the improvement of the land. Claims for indirect costs, such as interest on unpaid invoices or damages for breach of contract that do not relate to the improvement of the land, are typically excluded from the lien amount. If a claimant includes these non-lienable items in their filing, they risk having the lien reduced or declared invalid during judicial review. The focus remains on the tangible value added to the specific property in question. There is also a prevalent myth that filing a lien is a final action that automatically results in the sale of the property to pay the claimant. A lien is merely a registered notice of a claim that preserves a priority position. It does not bypass the requirement for a formal legal proceeding. To realize the value of the lien, the claimant must commence a lawsuit and file a certificate of lis pendens within the statutory time period to keep the claim alive. If the claimant fails to take this secondary legal step, the lien will eventually expire and can be discharged from the title. The process requires ongoing litigation to prove the validity of the debt and the lien before any judicial sale of the land can be ordered. Finally, parties often misunderstand the process of removing a lien, believing it can only be cleared by paying the claimant in full. There are established legal mechanisms to vacate a lien from a property title by providing alternative security, such as a lien bond or a payment of the disputed funds into court. This allows the property owner to sell or refinance the land while the legal dispute over the payment continues in the background. The security stands in place of the land, ensuring the claimant is protected if they eventually win their case. This process balances the rights of the contractor to be paid with the rights of the owner to maintain the marketability of their real estate. To learn more about our law firm's construction lien legal practice, visit our website and contact our law firm to schedule an initial consultation. Thank you.